Good morning, you guys, and welcome to a new vlog. It is Monday. It's a work day. I having my coffee while I go through my emails, and then when I'm done with my coffee, I'm gonna move over to the desk, which, as you can tell, it's a little bit busy. It's filled with like books and papers and stuff, so I need to clean that up first before sitting down. That's why I guess I decided, let me just sit on the couch, have my coffee, and go through my emails. But I wanted to open up this vlog and share with you the books that I'm planning on reading this week. I think last week was a good week because I managed to finish 2 books, including Empire of the Vampire and The American Roommate Experiment. I would have given my thoughts as well as rating in my previous vlog, so do check it out. For this week, I've got 2 physical books that I would like to read and finish, and I also have ebooks that I would like 2 ebooks. One I'm already like 70% in. I just need to go a little bit back. It says 79% on SCRIBD, but I'm probably gonna take it back to 70% so I can finish it and then go on to the next one. So first physical book is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I'm excited. I've already started this one. I started this one during the final sprint. It was our final reading sprints this past weekend, and wow, we've done something. We've done something amazing this year, and I'm really grateful for these women that I sprint with, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the things that we are going to accomplish in 2023. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be an amazing year for all of us. But yeah, I started this book during the sprints, and it is called Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. It is a Gothic thriller. At the back here it says fans of Gothic classics like Rebecca will be enthralled. It's this was Kirkus who said this, and Yaxi Chu, who is the best-selling author of The Night Tiger, said that it is darkly brilliant and captivating, and Telegraph said that Moreno Garcia gets it absolutely right. This is one of people's favorites when it comes to Silvia Moreno Garcia, so I'm really excited to read this one. I also do have Gods of Jade and Shadow just behind you on my cart to read before the end of the year. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I don't know much about what's going on in this book, and I'm okay with that. That's exactly how I want to go in it, and I will obviously give you guys my thoughts as I read it and go through the week. The next book I want to finally pick up is Babel, and this is by R.F. Kuang. This is a historical fantasy. I think if I heard correctly, the magic system is a little bit light, so it surrounds language translation. There's something around magic and language translation, and it is the story is based in Oxford in the 18th century. And the story is based in Oxford in 1836. I started this on audio and I was enjoying it, and then I stopped the audio because I wanted to do the author justice. I absolutely love their work, and I wanted to see the maps. I love maps. I definitely wanted to see the maps. And here's the map of Babel. But I'm looking forward to starting this one this week. I feel like I want to tab this one because my heart says that this is gonna be brilliant. so I'm planning on tabbing it. If you don't know, Arif Kwang is the author of the Poppy War series, which includes the Poppy War, the Dragon Republic, as well as the Burning God. I have been rereading the series. I completed book 2, which is the Dragon Republic, and I haven't started book 3 yet. It might be the audiobook that I read this week during my commute, because I actually don't have an audiobook for this week. Last week I was listening to Empire of the Vampire the whole time. In terms of ebooks, I want to finish reading Saga Volume 7, which you guys know I absolutely love this graphic novel. And because I'm almost done with that, I want to go straight into Saga Volume 8. Volume 10 is now out and available, and I think SCRIBD does have Volume 10 already. So I want to dedicate this week to finishing Volume 7 and then getting to Volume 8. So basically I'm planning on completing 4 books this week. But yeah, my reading has been very good this year. So currently I am on book 69. I've completed 68 books this year so far. My goal was 60, but I'm trying to push myself and see if I can get to 80 books, because that is my goal for 2023, to read 80 books. But if my plan works out and I'm able to collect manga as well, I should be able to probably get it to 100 books. But those tend to be very, very expensive. Okay, sorry, I'm on my banking app because I'm asking for information. But yeah, I want to get into manga next year. So I want to read more graphic novels, right? But our bookstores don't have a lot of graphic novels. The graphic novels that they do have is the likes of Neil Gaiman, for example, but I don't want graphic novels that have actual books, like novels, versions of it. I want graphic novels that are just graphic novels, like Saga, like My Spy Family. Is it My Spy Family or The Spy Family? That. But that's the kind of that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, right? But they're not easily accessible in South Africa, which is a bummer. But manga there's actually quite a few manga series that we have in the bookstores. So I'm thinking that I might want to dedicate myself to reading at least one of those manga series next year, but we'll see. I'll record a bookish goals for a video for 2023, and I will explain everything. I'm still wrapping my head around it, so yeah, I need to do that, and then I will let you guys know what all of my goals are and all of that. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm gonna finish my coffee and finish checking my emails, and then I'm gonna go sit up by the table and get my day started. What else do I need to tell you guys? Nothing. Okay. I'll check in with you guys a bit later. Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday morning. I am wearing my cap because I don't have time to moisturize my hair this morning before going to drop off my daughter. my washing machine is running. That's why you're hearing the noise. But having my morning coffee and my cup, my personalized cup. This is what it says at the back. But I've had quite a hectic day yesterday, and I'm waking up feeling tired. I worked until like late last night, so I'm actually sitting here and want to catch up on some reading for a little bit before I start my work day. So that's what we here to do. So yeah, I'm gonna read because I didn't read anything yesterday, so I have 0 updates on this book, and I want to try and make a dent. I want to at least get to page 100, but I would love to end it at the end of the chapter. So let's say I want to get to the end of chapter 9, so I want to at least get here. So I have about this much that I want to read today. So yeah, what I need to do is put my phone away because it has been the biggest distraction for me yesterday. Like last night I wanted to read after working, but I found myself doing some online shopping brought on by me being on Instagram, and then I was on TikTok for a long time. So I need to reduce that screen time. I can't have myself spend so much time on my phone. I'd want to rather be spending time with my books. So yeah, I want to sit here and read and talk to you guys a bit later. Good morning. It is Wednesday. I'm getting ready for work. Got my outfit, just this black top and some blue jeans. I'm still gonna put on my shoes. I'm just gonna be wearing pointed, they're not sandals, they're like those, you know, those slip-on shoes. I'm gonna be wearing those. I've got an event to go to later tonight, a moving screening with Jonathan Ball Publishers. So I will definitely take you guys with and take a few clips of what the event looks like. We gonna be watching, what is the name of the movie? How can I forget? She Said. You will see when I get there. But yeah, that is the plan for today. I'm just getting ready for work. I need to pack my laptop and stuff and head on out. I'm probably gonna yeah, no, never mind that. But I just wanted to say good morning. No reading updates because I hardly did any of that, but I will be taking my book with me, and the book in question is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I might have time between finishing work today and waiting for this reading to maybe get a little bit of reading done. We'll see. But yeah, that is the plan. I will update you guys a little bit later today as to what's going on. That will probably be after work. Just brushing this through. That will probably be after work. But yeah, let me go now and we'll talk later.
Let's proceed.
Good morning, you guys. It is Thursday morning. I am a little bit tired. Yesterday we had the movie date essentially with Jonathan Ball Publishers, and we watched She Said, and it is a movie surrounding like sexual harassment and abuse towards women, especially in Hollywood. So when it started with a case surrounding Donald Trump, and then as the movie progressed, it focused more and more on Harvey Weinstein. And I think the Donald Trump thing was also kind of like to show you how when people have so much power, they get away with a lot. And he ended up being president. So yeah, and we followed now Harvey Weinstein's story. Like, it was a couple of years later following Harvey Weinstein's story, or no, a couple of months. And these two women who work at the New York Times was following the stories and following up with these women that they would have heard from a source that they received this abuse. And it was, guys, it was so sad, it was so heartbreaking, but at the same time I feel like the movie and the story was executed so beautifully. Like, it was done so good because it is based on true stories, real events. Some of the cast were actual people who were involved. Others were actors, but it was done really well. It wasn't told in a documentary style, but they were giving you like real time events. There was even one part of the movie where they actually had a recording from the police where one of the young women who was sexually harassed by Harvey Weinstein was wearing a wire, and you could hear the interaction and the conversation where she's constantly saying to him, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go with you, I just want to leave, I want to go home. And he's like coercing her to like go into his suite. And yeah, it was a very hard thing to watch. And unfortunately, this is like real things that are happening to women in the workplace. And I love that these two women gave it their all. They sacrificed time away from their families so that they can uncover the truth. My battery died earlier, but I was saying that these women sacrificed a lot to uncover the truth and to basically be able to help other women that might find themselves in these kind of situations, and being bullied, being raped, being molested, being harassed, and feel like they have no power. So it was very heartbreaking, but I think it's a very, very important story to tell, and I'm very grateful that I got this opportunity to actually go and see this movie, because honestly I didn't even know that this movie existed. But it is called She Said, and I would recommend that you guys go watch it. But yeah, that noise in the background, I'm busy boiling some eggs, because I decided that I want to have boiled eggs and some avo for brunch. I'm busy with work. It's been a couple of hours actually since my memory card got full. I just took out the memory card, went and transferred some of my footage. Every time my memory card gets full, that is a sign that I need to edit some videos, because it means I got lots of content that's not yet uploaded. So yeah, that's it for the movie. I am reading wise, let me grab my books, because Where is the book that I'm actually... Oh, I even forgot, you guys. I forgot that I got a new book from Pan Macmillan, and I'm freaking excited. Okay, let me just open up this thing. The book of choice for this week, as you guys know, is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I didn't pick this book up yesterday or the day before, did I? I'm not sure, because I'm only on like page, I think I'm on page 20. Maybe let me get my why am I not getting my tripod? Because my hand is getting tired. Let me get my tripod, and then I can show you the book that was sent to me, and I can unbox it nicely for you guys. Okay, you're on a tripod now, which makes it so much better. Reading updates. I am listening to the audiobook of The Dead Romantics, and this is by Ashley Poston. So I started this book during our reading sprints the past weekend, but I couldn't get into it, and I was feeling a little bit frustrated and overwhelmed by the romance books I was reading, because I was trying to now read romance back to back, which is not a good idea for me specifically, because I read The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas, and the main character was a writer. I tried to read, what's the other one? Love Radio. The main character was a writer, and I'm like, I don't like main character writers. I like characters that read, but I feel like I don't like characters that write. This one also main character who writes, but as I kept listening to this one, there was a little bit of a different take on it, because you know it's called The Dead Romantic. So the main character, Florence, her and her family, they have a they're on a mortuary. So in this little town where they're like the only place that people go and take their dead, and they can, you know, bury them and all that. And her father, I'm not sure if this counts to the rest of the family members. It doesn't seem that like the mother has the same abilities, but her and her father, what is that? Her and her father have the ability to see ghosts and talk to them and console them and all that. And growing up, she's been kind of like bullied and stuff like that, because people didn't understand what was going on with her, and if she would try to explain to somebody, they would think that she's crazy or say that she's got imaginary friends. And she also had this whole encounter with an ex, right? So one day, or the day that she actually had, she went to some book reading thing and happened to like kind of bump into her ex, but they didn't really talk. And she got upset, and she ended up, you know, going outside and meeting this editor who she's kind of working for, because the editor is the editor of the author that she's ghostwriting for. And meets him outside, ends up kissing this guy, and then next thing the guy dies, like that night or the following night. I need to close that window. The following night dies, and she also experiences a loss of herself from her side of the family. And while she's back at home, there's a knock on the door. She opens the door and she finds her editor, but it's not her editor because it's the ghost of her editor. And I guess somewhere in the synopsis they talked about this woman falling in love with this editor, and I think what's allowing me to keep going on with the book is because it has kind of like a different take to romance. And I'm on chapter 11 right now, and there hasn't been any smut, which I'm actually very comfortable with, because I like chemistry more than I do smut. And reading this was like all smut, no chemistry, and I did not really enjoy it, and I was not even rooting for the couple. But this one is a different take, and I'm actually kind of interested in it, but I'm kind of like reading it but not as a priority read. The book that I actually want to prioritize this week is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, but I'm only like on page 20. I haven't even made a dent in this book because I haven't really had time to read, but I'm gonna try to sit down and read during my lunch hour, because yeah, evenings are becoming difficult to read. Mornings haven't also worked out, so I need to like make time to actually read this one, because I do want to read and finish this book this week. There was another book that I had selected for the week, but I don't even remember. I do remember. It's Daughter of the Moon Goddess. What color is the book? I don't remember what color the books are. I don't know where I put the book. I need to find it somewhere. Yeah, but I had Daughter of the Moon Goddess on my, oh, there it is. Yeah, so this is the book that I would like to read after finishing this one, and I had forgotten that I've got weekend plans. I thought I would have time this weekend to sit and read, but I've got I've got a work Christmas party on Saturday, and then Sunday we have a watch party with our neighbors to watch the finale of Formula One. So I'm like really wrapped up in the Formula One space at this point. I guess this whole season is a season that I really got wrapped up in it. My husband is like a fan. A fan is not the right word. He's like super fan, and he's kind of like convinced me to love the sport, enjoy it, and so we watch it whenever it's playing. So yeah, our friends are our neighbors are hosting, and we're gonna go watch it at their house on Sunday afternoon. I think it starts at like 3 p.m. So yeah, those are the weekend plans. So the weekend is busy, so I might not get much reading done, but I'll be happy if I can at least finish this book here. That is the goal. That is the goal right now. I thought by now I would be like halfway through the book, but I'm not. So I don't even have much to say about this book, but we are following at this point Noemi Taboada, and she, or rather her dad, got a letter from her aunt. Is it the aunt or is it the cousin? It might be a cousin who lives in this town far away somewhere, and asked for Noemi to go and see her because she believes that her husband is trying to kill her or something. And I'm just like, what? So at this point in the book, Noemi just arrived at this house where they stay in, and it's like this Victorian house, and they've got servants in there, and they're talking about having strict rules, and you're not allowed to make a noise, and you're not allowed to do this and that. So I'm still like very early in the book, so I don't even know what the book is about yet or what's happening. So yeah. Oh, the reason I wanted to come in here is to show you this book that I received yesterday from Pan Macmillan, and I'm so freaking excited. When I spoke to you guys, or when I was recording my books to read, my end of the year TBR, and I had 20 books on my TBR, and I told you guys that I'm expecting 2 books that will make it 22 books to read before the end of 2022. Let me show you which books those are. Okay, book 1 is Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because this book was on my most anticipated releases for 2022, so I'm absolutely excited. And then the lovely people at Pan Macmillan went and they sent me where are you stuck? They sent me this copy of The Atlas Paradox, and this is by Olivia Blake. This is a sequel to The Atlas 6, which made the rounds everywhere. It made the rounds, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely enjoyed the book. I gave it a 5-star, and we've got illustrations again. But yeah, oh goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read this book. I'm definitely reading it this year. And before getting into this one, I am thinking of going into book 1 and reading the last 2 chapters or so that I can kind of like refresh my mind on what happened, and especially the plot twist in the end. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this floppy book. I'm really excited for this one. I need to find a place for it somewhere. But yeah, that is it. Let me get back to work, and I will talk to you guys later. Actually, I'm just gonna go prepare my food, and then I'll speak to you guys later. Hello you guys, it's Friday. I literally just walked into the house after my work day. I'm so tired. I'm sweating. Baby in the background. My outfit of the day is this bodysuit with skirt. Yeah, and then I just have my afro on, but it's making me feel so hot right now. Yeah, it's Friday. I got home this morning. I tried to read a little bit from Mexican Gothic, but I fell asleep again, so I didn't get much reading for that. But I've been listening to this book. I've been listening to The Dead Romantics literally the whole day, and I think at this point I might be like 70% in, and I actually like it. I like it. It's not the typical romance that you look for in romance books, and I feel like I like that. It revolves more. What are you trying to do? It revolves more around grief than it does the romance part, because essentially the love interest is a ghost, and the main character can see ghosts. But I love the conversations they're having, and I love the friendships that they're building, and it feels so authentic. I actually love that more than a romance book that has like just so much smut but no real connection between the main characters, and it breaks my heart that they cannot like be together or physically touch each other. But it's, you know, the love interest was saying that you know, if we had to do like, you'd be the only one to see me, basically. And her response is, that means I'll have you all to myself. And like, that's so beautiful. It's just like, I can never touch you. But I feel like, I don't know, in my head I'm secretly hoping that her powers are going to manifest and become even better, and now she can not only speak to the ghosts but also touch them. That's what I'm hoping for, because I believe in them. I believe in this couple, and yeah, I actually am enjoying this book. It's interesting. It's a very interesting take on romance. And when I started it, I was feeling like a little bit off, because I'm just like, oh, another romance book with the main character being a writer and struggling with their writing, and the love interest will help them and blah blah blah. It felt like something I've read from like multiple times, and this is why I started and stopped it. But a couple of days ago, when I had nothing else to read, and I decided, let me just finish this audiobook, and now I'm like, I'm actually enjoying it way better than I enjoyed the American Roommate Experiment. So yeah, I mean, it's actually nice. It's a very different take on romance, and I really like that. Actually, I really do. But yeah, I'm in the house now. It's almost 5 o'clock. I want to quickly like tidy up and get comfortable and change and whatnot. I would have loved to record a video today, but I don't know if I would be able to. I'll have to probably just look at my diary and see what I had written down in terms of content creation. And it's still bright out, but I'm losing light, but I've got like a lot of stuff to do. Tonight I want to do my productivity sprints where I work on my content, work on my channel. If you've been here for a little bit, you probably would have heard me mention this before, that on Fridays I try to prioritize editing my videos or doing something that is going to help grow my channel, whether it's editing videos that's been recorded. I don't necessarily record at night because I don't have a good ring light, which is something that I need to actually invest in. Therefore I can't record, but I can like watch videos that teach me how to edit or how to, you know, do something that will better my skills. So yeah, so I have a couple of things that I want to tackle tonight. So that's what I'm going to be doing from about 8 p.m. until midnight. So it runs almost like similar to our reading sprints, but without being live, just time allocated to actually be productive and do things that are for the channel, because I don't have time to do it during the week, and it causes me a lot of stress to try and squeeze it during the week in between work, and I'm rushing and I'm always like editing in a rush, and I don't like that. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So I'm gonna put you guys down, and then I'm gonna take out this week. I'm gonna get comfortable. I'm gonna clean up. My husband is gonna get some food for us to eat, so I want that by the time I sit down, then I'll be good. I'll be good with how the house looks. So yeah, I went to the bookshop today, but I didn't really find my nail. I went to the bookstore today, but I didn't really find anything that I was interested in, so I walked out with nothing. When I go to the bookshop, you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm always looking for books on sale. If you notice, most of the books that I buy are 60 rand, 70 rand, 80 rand, or 100 rand. I hardly go beyond that unless it's like a book that I really want, and then I will spend all the money on it. But because I receive so many books from publishers, I'm not really pressed to buy books. So like new books I will spend my money on if I didn't receive a copy. But with old titles, because there's no real urgency to it, I usually look for like good sales and I buy the books on sale, because books are expensive, you guys. They're expensive, and I'm not making extra money to be able to afford all the books that I would like. So I will take whatever sale deal I can get, and that is how I shop for books, and that is how I've managed to like fill up some of this shelf. A lot of it is because of publishers, but I've done a great deal of damage in terms of buying these books. I mean, if you think about how much this corner alone would cost you, yeah, we love them. We love books. We absolutely love them, but they are pricey. If you're buying more, if you're buying one, it's fine. If you're buying like, guys, there's some months where I buy like 8 books. And if I have to spend all that money, my household will suffer. Okay, I'm done talking. Bye.